P4 update. It's been just a few days since my last vlog, but I wanted to share a couple things that I've been doing in the past 3 days. So everyone knows I've been trying to get down to LDW, which was 127.8. Now, I started getting curious about LDW because I've been talking to Amy and she mentioned that she had stabilized a couple pounds heavier, and I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds familiar. So I look back at my calendar where I write all my weights down every day. It's right by the scale, and averaged it out and noticed that ever since the second week of P3, I've actually been stabilized more at 129.8. I had never gone anywhere close to 127.8 since the second week of P3. So here I am, stabilized at 129.8, but trying to get to 127.8, not really realizing that. So I've been having such a hard time. And now I feel a little better because we have, since I stabilized at 129.8, I have reset my set point to that weight. So of course my body is going to try to get to that weight all the time. And this totally explains why it's been so hard when it's not supposed to be so hard, because it hasn't been difficult to stay within range. But if I'm trying to get back to 127.8, then I am having a difficult time because I didn't stabilize at that weight. So I want to let you guys in on that, just so you will know when you get to P3, stabilize, at 2 pounds heavier than LDW, then that's the weight that you should try to maintain at, and not worry about getting all the way down to LDW, because that means that you're dieting again, which you don't want to do on P4. And it didn't dawn on me. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. So remember, you are trying to maintain at your stabilized weight, not always LDW. You only have to stay 2 pounds within your LDW. So let's say you stay 1 pound over LDW for the entire time during your P3. Well, that's your maintenance weight then, because you have reset your weight set point at that weight. Keep that in mind when you guys get to P3 and P4, because it's very important, and you won't be struggling like me trying to get lower than your stabilized weight when it's not going to happen unless you diet again. Also, another thing I wanted to share was, all of you guys know that I'm Filipino, and my favorite dish is our common dish, which is adobo. For those of you who have been fortunate enough to try adobo that are not Filipino, you guys know that it's delicious, but it is not low sodium. And for me, some people put sugar in their adobo. I used to do that, but I don't anymore. Now I put Splenda or Equal, and it tastes just the same, and it's still delicious. The drawback to adobo is, though it is all protein, it is 99.9% of the time eaten with white rice. And this has been my downfall. Anytime I ate Filipino food, I would have it with white rice, and this is why I've been gaining. It has nothing to do with the Filipino food, because I practice a low-carb lifestyle, so I should be able to eat the meats and the fats from the Filipino food and the vegetables, that they cook. It's the white rice that has been killing me, and everyone knows that. So yesterday I had adobo with brown rice, which I love also, but I just don't think about it when I'm making it because, well, the kids love white rice. Anyways, my point is that I had the brown rice. I loved it. It tasted awesome with the adobo. For you Filipinos out there who want to try it, make sure you put a tablespoon of butter in there if you're making 2 cups. I made 2 cups. And the next morning, I woke up and I had a 1.4 release. Why is that? Because I had a very healthy BM this morning. Sorry, TMI, no, but I'm just saying that you eat fiber throughout the day, which I had a salad with a bunch of fiber in it because there was beans. It was a Cabo salad, and so there were beans in it, and a lot of leafy greens and things like that. And this morning it paid off, and I weighed in a lot less than I would if I hadn't have had that. Yeah. So make sure you guys keep your fiber in your diet, high fiber if you can, and natural fibers if you can. So I'm gonna start eating brown rice from now on. And I also drink, not every day, I should be drinking it every day, but I have an unsweetened cranberry juice. I do put stevia in the cranberry juice. I'm not crazy, but I put a teaspoon of psyllium husk and I down it within a minute so it doesn't get thick, and it is perfect for cleansing. Another new thing that I'm going to do is I don't think I'm going to weigh in every day, because it's just, during P4, it just drives you crazy. It dictates your mood, and you guys know during P2 and P3, it dictates your mood. If you're over that day, you're just like miserable all day long, or pissed off or for some reason, and you're wondering why. Well, because you were, 1.6 over LEW or whatever, and you're pissed, and it affects you all day long, at least most of you. Don't lie to yourselves, you know it does. So during P4, since that's maintenance, that's life maintenance, you don't want to be pissed off every time the scale goes, 0.3 up. I'm not going to do that. So I am going to weigh every week or twice a week. Since I'm still technically between rounds, since I'm going to do another round, I will weigh myself twice a week just to keep the habit going of weighing myself. My brother is coming. He and 4 more of our friends have started on the weekend. So my brother's on his second round. He lost about 35 pounds the last round. He did awesome. He's way more disciplined than me. He's not a rebel. And he's going to be here tomorrow on Friday, so he wants me to hook him up with some P2 meals. And I'm like, yeah! So I gotta go grocery shopping today and try to also figure out menus so that he won't get tempted when he's at my house. I'm thinking, gosh, it's so hard for me to keep myself on P2, and now I gotta keep my brother on it, which is okay with me, because we always do better for other people for some reason. Another note also, my youngest child has started kindergarten, so was really sad about it, kind of happy and sad at the same time. But I, don't have anybody to hang out with a couple days a week, and I told him, oh, I'm gonna lose my friend. I told him, and he was like, don't worry, Mommy, I'm gonna be your friend till I'm a grown-up, even when I'm grown up. So that was cool, and I wish I had recorded that, so when he's a teenager I could play it back for him and say, see, you said you were gonna be my friend. But I'm actually quite concerned about my daughter still being my friend, than my sons. I'm pretty sure my sons will be there for me all the time. Anyways, I will keep collecting information on P4 for you guys, and I hope it's helping. It is nice to hear comments from you guys, because I miss you guys all the time. You guys are my friends, and I literally am not on my personal Facebook anymore. I even put a message up there saying that I'm done here for a while, and I think Sarah said something like she didn't believe me, but what I meant, girl, was that I'm done with my personal Facebook, but I'm always going to be on the 8CG one. I always want to be here for you guys, and I want you guys there to be there for me. So one more thing before I go. September 18th is my load day, me and Colleen, and I think there are a couple of other people who want to do it, who are waiting up and not starting their round until we do. And if you guys are, please leave comment that you guys are, so I can kind of put you on my radar and we can support each other and keep track of our Get Ripped challenge. I don't even think I'm going to call it round 3, because it's not really a necessary round. It's more like a personal best / experimental round, like let's see if we can really lose the excess belly fat or thigh fat that's just stubborn. And won't come off. We're going to see if it works for that. So I don't know if I'm going to call it a round 3. I'll probably just call it a challenge, an 8CG challenge. But we'll see. I will talk at you guys soon. I hope you guys are releasing well and stabilizing well and maintaining well. I love you guys, and have a great week and a great weekend. Peace.